Hey guys.
We're on our shakedown trip before our big trip to Ohio.
And it's a little shaky.
Everybody's in.
Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. All right, let's see how this goes. Welcome back. So this weekend we did our test run for our big trip that's coming up.
We just had to check out and make sure that our first trip with all of the animals and Judy's mom.
So how did it go?
Swimmingly. Well, we did.
Well, let's start at the beginning and say what we did. We left here on a Saturday morning, Saturday early afternoon anyway.
Right.
Got everybody into the camper and headed to...
Well, we went all the way down to Harbor Creek to the Blue Beacon truck wash.
And got the camper washed.
That was it was a really nice experience. Well, our first stop for the day is at the Blue Beacon car wash. Well, truck wash. A little bit bigger than a car wash. We're in line right now. There's 6 trucks ahead of us. They're moving up right now.
They're doing pretty good because they just moved.
So we'll see how long it takes us. You know, just expect to be waiting in line for a little bit. We were there for 2 hours total.
2 hours, pretty much exactly.
From the time we got there to the time we were washed and pulling out.
And how many, we counted, 6 or 7 trucks in front of us?
Right.
So we figured on average it took about 20 to 25 minutes per vehicle. Although when you're in there, it seems like you're in and out so quick. Great crew there, very efficient. They were finishing up the truck in front of us, and then they pulled us part of the way in to get us started. Then we pulled all the way in, and Ron got out and took care of the payment. And they washed. We had our truck, or our camper, and our tow vehicle washed just because.
And it was the we also did the Rain-X and everything on the motorhome, but not on the car.
Yeah, it was $80 for the whole thing,
Right.
which I don't think was bad. Saved me from washing it. One of the reasons I haven't washed it is we're down here at our house again, and over the winter we had the outside faucet froze up and it cracked, so we had to shut that off. So right now we don't even have any water on the outside, so I usually do it ourselves. But they definitely did a nice job, and it needed to be done thoroughly.
And it got done. You know, we wouldn't have been able to get this type of a job done in the 2 hours that we spent there waiting.
We wouldn't have been able to get a job done.
Or she wouldn't have been able to.
I wouldn't have been able to do it in 2
hours. And I wouldn't have been able
hours.
to watch her do it.
So we did that. We got that washed. Turned out good. $80 we said. And then we arranged to stay at a Boondockers Welcome location.
And we were able to go and get backed in place and get the slides out and all set up and everybody all situated.
Yeah, that's the Boondockers Welcome was actually in Northeast Pennsylvania, which was, we had to go back from Forestville. We went down to Harbor Creek and then up a little ways back to Northeast Pennsylvania.
So why is it that they call the most northwestern borough in the state of Pennsylvania Northeast?
It's not the north. It's not a borough. The whole thing isn't a borough, is it?
The borough is, yeah. It's the Borough of Northeast.
No.
Not the donkey, but...
No, I thought they called it...
It's the Borough of Northeast.
The town of Northeast is...
No, it's the Borough of Northeast.
I don't know. So why? Tell us, oh wise one.
It's because, not that it's the most northeastern borough in the state, but it's the most northeastern borough in the county of Erie in Pennsylvania.
So, inquiring minds want to know. So yeah, when you say Northeast Pennsylvania, a lot of people would, look at the state and think Northeast was over there by, you know, Philadelphia, and no, we were by Erie, Pennsylvania, on Lake Erie.
Right.
Would have been nice if we could have gone and done a little bit of sightseeing. There was a cool waterfalls just close to there that I saw that would have been nice to go to.
It was a 3-mile hike, and with the animals and everything being the first time out, and your mom being situated and all of that, I think it was a good idea that we didn't do it. The heat, it got hot fast.
Yeah, and Presque Isle is down there too. We've done that before, but we'll have to get down there again and do a video on that. But the Boondockers Welcome was nice. The gentleman wasn't home, but he had his brother stop in and check and make sure we were all set. They let us hook up to their electric, which was nice because then we could run our fans without any worries.
Yeah. And your mom could watch TV.
And my mom could watch TV, so we actually tested that out. So we actually had the... we don't use the roof antenna because, I don't know, they've never seemed to work for us. But we had a regular antenna that I hooked up to the TV, and that worked good. And we got a few stations for her to watch there, so that's one option for her. We didn't bring her power chair because we weren't sure if we were going to need it or not. So we wanted to test out the Rec Pro recliner and see how comfortable she was in that. And that didn't work. So
she kept on sliding out of it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to get the power chair in for the rest of the big trip.
Bring her power chair. And then
we got to figure out a little bit easier way for her to get in and out while she goes out without any issues.
Yeah, she'd get out of the camper, no problem. But getting in the camper, a difference of a year has made a difference.
So she has a little bit of a hard time getting in, but that's what we're going to work on something for that. And
then her bed. We did the video on the memory foam mattress that we got. And overall, the memory foam mattress was comfortable for her.
But she couldn't get into it.
But yeah, even though it's lower than any of her beds at home or at our house here, it's a lot lower. She couldn't get in and out of it, I guess. She said during the night she got out to go to the bathroom, and then she tried to get back in, and she kept sliding down the side of it trying to get back into the bed. So that's not a good thing.
So we're going to do something different with that also.
Yeah. So even though it was comfortable for her, because she said her back didn't hurt at all on that. So then on the ride home, instead of having Mom sit in this chair, we put her in the front seat, and she was okay with that, and no issues there. So I guess that's where Mom's going to have to ride, and I'll have to ride back here. And
well, we can trade off. You can
I can drive, and Ron can ride back here, or whatever. New animals. From our last time in our camper, we have a new puppy.
A new puppy, Bella.
And a new kitten.
Tux.
And Tilly. Tilly's just the same old Tilly, but she's the same old Tilly, but she doesn't have the same hiding places because of the changes that we did in Yeah, she always hid behind the old couch, but she did figure out how to get back here, so finally.
But all in all, I think it worked out pretty good. The kitten has a little bit of driving anxiety to start with that we got to figure out. But
I don't know if he's getting too warm because he's a long-haired cat, or what. But on the way home, instead of hooking up the vehicle, because we were only 45 minutes away from home, and it would have taken us longer to hook it up and then get here and unhook it somewhere and pull in and do whatever. So I just took Tux with me in the car, and once the car cooled down a lot, he was fine and just laid down next to me and didn't pant, didn't anything. But on the ride there, he was, had his mouth open and, doing weird things with his tongue and, meowing and meowing and meowing and stuff like that. And I mean, we've taken him in the car purposely, before this to try to get him used to being in the vehicle, so it wasn't, the first time in a car or anything like that. He's been in the car several times. But then we saw
Hudson,
when we when we went to, after we got our Boondockers Welcome spot settled up, we took a little ride, and like I said, it would have been nice if we could have checked out Northeast a little bit more, because there's a couple neat things going on. But we did go to Cracker Barrel, and there was a Hudsons regional meet there, and they had all the cars, and talked to a nice couple from West Virginia that was there, and went to Dairy Queen after that.
Very keto of us.
Yeah, very keto of us.
On that note, I think that we're pretty much set for our trip. We're going to the meetup on the Mohican.
We have no idea who's going to be there, so this will be interesting. And
there's supposed to be 30 people there, so 30 people, campsites booked up for it. So.
Yeah. Right, after the Mohican, we're heading down to Indiana, staying at a campground there, right on the Kentucky border. Hoping to meet up with Retired and Loving It. And then from there we don't have any reservations anywhere. We have 4 days till we have to be back.
From there we're winging it.
So we're gonna wing it
and work our way.
See how the weather is, depending on how it is, and whether we want to go straight up. We thought about going to Elkhart, checking Elkhart out, and going to the museum there, but
it depends. I don't know. I think that I saw that there is supposed to be raining most of the week once it gets into the week. So
lucky us.
So we'll see what it is, and we'll have to play it by ear and bring you along with us. On that note, we're going to end this thing here so that we don't bore you. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you're in Indiana or Ohio and you have any suggestions on our last 4 days on our way back up towards New York,
you can send us a message on Facebook or on Instagram. Instagram is easier.
If you're somewhere along the way and you'd like to
meet up,
we'd be happy to do that best that we possibly can, depending on how far off we have to go.
Right.
But
or any suggestions on where to go or what to see, or
she's always telling me where to go, but